We start here, okay?
We gotta go.
All right, is this working? Yeah? Recording? Cool, okay, cool. Hey, it's Alejandro here, and we're in the fourth part.
Fourth or fifth, something like that.
Yeah, fourth or fifth of this thing we're doing here. I'm with
Bob Kelly.
at RWK.
Yeah.
On Twitter?
Nice and easy. That's what you get for being early to Twitter. Three letter.
That's true. What's the W for?
William.
William. We're here with William. We're here with one. And if you didn't get that joke, it's because you didn't see the first episode. And you know what? We were left in the previous one with you joining Flexera. Mm-hmm. By the way, thank you to Flexera for sponsoring and making this happen. This thing here happen. Why did you join Flexera? You had a good gig at Dell, brand name Dell. Everybody knows Dell, and now you come to Flex what? Which is something that happens quite often. Not many people know Flexera as a brand.
Right. Yeah, but they do know the products.
Yes,
so
they do.
If I say Install Shield, people know that.
Yeah.
If I say AdminStudio, a lot of people know that.
Yeah, FlexNet Manager.
FlexNet,
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Secunia. I mean, there's a lot of brands that have been pulled in that are well known. But Flexera is maybe a little bit newer of a brand for people. But the exciting thing for me was that AdminStudio is a product that I was a user of. I was actually on the customer advisory board a long time ago. I came out to Schaumburg, Illinois to do a couple-day session with user experience testing and all kinds of stuff. So, I've written for the company and
written what, like articles and blogs and stuff?
Yeah, articles, best practices, and papers
Okay.
As kind of a contracted gig. And then at Dell, Case/Dell, 10 years of product management, agile. So I really found that I like product management a lot. I'd been doing product management before I knew what it was with the IEEE stuff we talked about, the admin script editor and package cleaner and these things. So I really enjoy that a lot. And so being able to do that for a product that I have such a history with is super cool for me. So I feel like I'm in the perfect spot. I've got the whole IT packaging app background that kind of got me in this direction, and then 10 years of agile product management also kind of culminating in my being at just the right place.
Okay, cool. And today's your first year anniversary, right? Happy birthday to you.
Exactly a year.
That's nice. I actually met Bob in one of these similar rooms at Ignite,
That Ignite last
2017. And it was really cool because, again, people came to say hi and, oh, it's Bob Kelly. And I said, yeah, who's this rock star? But it's awesome that it's kind of not a dream job, but it's a job that you think it's cool. And you came because you thought, okay, I'm going to be able to make a difference here, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference that you want to make? What's the legacy that you want to leave at Flexera with AdminStudio? At the end, it's a packager, right? And forgive my ignorance, but
That's a good question. Because it is not.
Okay.
And I think that's the biggest problem that AdminStudio faces. And it's one that I also believe. One of the first things I was going to do when I came to Flexera is, as product management, fix the price. It's way overpriced for a repackaging tool.
Okay.
And that's a simple fact. What's wrong about that statement is it's not a repackaging tool. AdminStudio is, and it's not just a suite of different tools that includes a repackager. It has a lot of differentiated features that aren't available anywhere else.
Okay.
There's an application catalog where you can put all your packages and you get instant reports on all kinds of things like application compatibility, Java dependencies, so you can know what applications
that's a big one.
on what versions of Java, big pain point for a lot of people.
Are customers using those capabilities?
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, the ones that get it. If you buy it because you're doing a Windows migration, you need to repackage some applications, then you're getting a very good repackaging tool. You're getting a very good tool for creating transforms. But if you don't take the time to put your applications in this catalog and get that kind of insight to lowering your risk and seeing where your problems are and fixing things before they go out. I mean, I talk about a lot this notion of, as a packager, what do your users think of you, right? So you're the config manager guy.
Who's the user of a packager?
It's the end.
The customer.
The customers. It's the the users of the computers in that organization.
So, okay,
It's HR, it's marketing, it's...
So if I'm in HR and I have an application that, it's an update and up to an application that I use often.
Well, you just expect it to be there, right?
Okay.
So you come in one day and Office is on your machine, you're using it, there's a new version of Office, it just shows up on your machine one day. As a user, you don't expect to have to do anything. If you have a request, you might ask for it. But the idea is the work of a packager should be completely unknown to the people in the organization. Because when they know about you, it's because you made a mistake. They go to launch an app and it doesn't work. Or they go to do something and their machine reboots halfway through working on a document.
And the support hates you as well because you're creating more work for support.
Yeah, then you're upsetting support, the phone's ringing off the hook, and if you get that kind of negative reputation in your environment as the guy behind the scenes or the team behind the scenes doing something mysterious to machines every night, then you open yourself up to being the culprit for every problem that comes up. My computer was slow to boot up this morning. I can't print. It's probably because the packager guys sent some crap to my machine and messed it up.
Yeah, but let me challenge you on that, because most of the applications now are being used out of a browser, right? So, I don't know, I read a statistic about 80% of the new applications that companies are deploying are through a browser. Okay, what does that mean?
I think that is definitely becoming more and more the case.
Yeah.
But there are still a huge number of desktop applications regularly being updated and deployed all the time. So the trend is definitely towards web, and the web apps are way more capable, way more
than before.
Than before, and that's going to continue to go in that direction. And there'll be an increasing number of things that we don't need installed applications to do, but it's almost hard to see the point at which it's all cloud, that a lot of these applications.
But smaller, newer, nimbler SMBs, small and medium businesses, are going in that direction. So are you saying that AdminStudio is a proper or better tool for the larger, more complex organizations?
Yeah, more so.
Okay.
It's definitely something that everybody needs at some level, but the larger and more complex the organization, the more they need it, the more they get the value from that risk. So if you don't want to have that bad reputation of rolling something out and breaking a machine, then what you do is test the heck out of it before you roll it out.
Okay.
You send it to a small number of machines, and you make sure it doesn't break there, and then a bigger, and you have a phased deployment, and you do this for all of your applications over a huge span, an ongoing, never-ending span, and you always have new applications. So what happens a lot of times is people think, oh, repackaging, AdminStudio, it's an automatic connection. But if not focused on getting all of what you have to get out of the solution, then you are losing out, and you're setting yourself up to potentially get yourself in that situation where people are pointing at you when things go wrong. With that kind of insight ahead of time, what's going to be affected, what do I need to fix and be aware of before I roll it out? Okay. That's really something that you can't get anywhere else.
That's why we call it application readiness. You're readying your applications for deployment and save yourself some time and trouble in doing that.
Yep.
So it's not packaging, that's one thing I learned. It's not an application packager, it's application readiness to make sure that you don't mess up your environment and your customers.
Yeah, there's
cool.
20 things it does. Repackaging's kind of far down the list. It's just what it's most well known for.
Are you going to lower the price?
No, I did better than that. I added value. So we used to have optional modules.
People always want cheaper.
Nah, nobody wants cheaper.
With that, I want to talk about your other thing you do, because it's not just AdminStudio and application readiness that you do. It's also software vulnerability management. Yep. But we'll talk about that in the next episode.